In the early 20th century, making street snacks in India was a visceral, chaotic process. Raw spices and dough were plunged into boiling oil in weathered iron woks to create quick calories for passing crowds. This was the daily reality in 1919 along the unpaved streets of Bikaner, Rajasthan. The local snack market operated as a pure commodity trap. Practically every vendor sold the exact same item, a thick, generic bhujia made from basic gram flour, known as besan. Because the product was identical from stall to stall, buyers had zero brand loyalty. Vendors were locked in a continuous race to the bottom, constantly undercutting each other on price just to make a sale. Working quietly in his grandfather's shop, an 11-year-old boy named Ganga Bishan Agarwal watched this cycle repeat day after day. Escaping a commodity market cannot be done by shaving pennies off a price tag. It requires altering the basic makeup of the product. Ganga Bishan started by changing the raw materials. He swapped out the cheap, standard gram flour for a more expensive ingredient, moth dal. He then went after the manufacturing process. He tracked down specialized craftsmen to forge a new pressing tool with a much finer mesh. This allowed him to extrude bhujia that was drastically thinner and crispier than anything his competitors could produce. To separate this new snack from generic street food, he named it Dongar Sev, directly linking it to the highly respected local monarch, Maharaja Dongar Singh. This chart shows the 1,000% jump in pricing he took. While the entire market was locked at a flat 2 paise commodity baseline, Ganga Bishan priced Dongar Sev at 25 paise. The local market didn't balk at the cost. Buyers lined up to pay for the superior texture and taste, successfully clearing the company's first major growth bottleneck. Early brand dominance is achieved through unapologetic premium positioning and aggressive differentiation, rather than trying to win a price war. By 1944, a severe family dispute forced Ganga Bishan out of the original business. He lost access to the physical shop he had helped build. Losing the real estate left him entirely reliant on his only remaining assets, the recipe he invented and the brand name he established. In the 1950s, he made a geographic leap to Kolkata. He wanted to test if a snack built for Rajasthan could survive in a completely different cultural territory. The Kolkata expansion succeeded rapidly. The specific crunch and spice profile of his bhujia proved to have universal cross-regional appeal. A company's true resilience lies in its portable intellectual property. A strong formula can survive the complete loss of physical infrastructure. When Ganga Bishan's grandsons, Shuz Kishan and Manor Lal, inherited the operations, they identified a new bottleneck severely limiting their growth: geographic distribution. Traditional snacks were sold loose in simple plastic bags. They spoiled rapidly upon exposure to air, which strictly confined the sales radius to whatever a single shop could serve in a few days. This diagram illustrates their clinical solution, a 4-layer packaging pouch. By flushing the inside with nitrogen before sealing, they blocked oxygen and extended the shelf life. The product could now safely travel across state lines without any degradation in quality. To meet the sudden surge in demand generated by this wider radius, the brothers simultaneously shifted their manufacturing to 100% process automation. Solving packaging and distribution constraints is the exact mechanical leap required to transform a localized street food into a standardized global packaged good. As the company grew, the family systematically divided India into 3 distinct operational territories: Delhi, Nagpur, and Kolkata. Over time, this territorial arrangement fractured the family into 3 fiercely competitive, independent corporate entities. Decades of bitter litigation followed. Each branch fought in courtrooms across the country to claim exclusive rights to the Haldiram's name. The unified enterprise shattered. But instead of destroying the brand, the 3 distinct pieces rapidly expanded outwards to secure their own market share. The infighting forced each independent branch into aggressive parallel market penetration. They had to move fast to outpace their own relatives. This decentralized, cutthroat internal competition drove a period of parallel expansion, establishing a national footprint long before a unified corporate structure was ever realized. This chart shows the brand's current dominance. Today, Haldiram's combined operations generate more revenue in India than McDonald's and Domino's combined. In 2024, the Delhi High Court officially recognized Haldiram's as a well-known national trademark. legally validating the brand's omnipresence despite its fractured ownership. That same year, international investors purchased a stake in the business, pushing the brand's valuation to $10 billion. It is a $10 billion industrial reality that stands in sharp contrast to the two-pace commodity sold in a dusty Bikaner stall a century ago. These uninterrupted conveyor belts are the ultimate realization of Ganga Bishan's initial instinct to separate his product from the crowd. Scaling an empire across a century requires sequentially solving the brutal bottlenecks of product, geography, and distribution by systematically addressing each new market pressure as it arises.